tense moment just before you get called onto the mat?
Yes, everything is going through your head. Do I trade enough everything?
and who the opposition might be, and should I go off quickly or should I just bide my time? And 3 minutes seems a long time, or 3 seconds could seem a long time, depending on circumstances, can't it?
It depends on the opponent as well, because if they start fast, it feels like a long time.
And when you were talking earlier about, you know, you build up this armory, of repertoire of techniques and stuff, how do you decide then at what point to, I'm going to put this back away in the cupboard and I'm going to bring out something new?
It's all depending on the opponent as well, what reactions they're doing or what attacks they're doing. You have different reactions to their attacks or different attacks for them, you know. Some techniques are just bad choices. Maybe the opponent has a good counter kazami and you go with the back leg, then they'll take you every time, you know. You have to be smart and talk with the coach before every match and just remember everything that he's telling you, you know.
And changing stances?
Yes.
Sometimes, just to add a little bit of confusion?
Yes, exactly. Maybe they will expect you to do something that you always do and then you change it completely and then you take a point.
The referee just asking them to get into action, otherwise there will be a passivity warning. The teammates from Japan wanting to encourage her, but that's another warning. So it's 2 yellow cards each, and we're about halfway through the bout.
Slovak is really long in the guard here. Tight pressure.
Dotiahni to musíš udrieť, to by tam bolo. Len si krátke dala. Dobre, cez to takej oko verí.
Kata's an individual. Everything is in your own hands, how you perform, what you do. But in KUMITE, there's so much depending on your opposition, isn't there?
Exactly. Sometimes you'll have a game plan and then the person will shock you, like we just said earlier. They might do something completely different and then you can't fight. Like now, I think this is what's happening. Maybe the Japanese thought that the Slovakian would fight a bit more and she's waiting.
Waiting for her to get caught with the counter. And that's what's happened just here.
Musíš do nej ísť. Cez tie nohy skús jednoducho uvoľniť to. Ale tie ruky musíš strieľať, to musíš na kontakt. Ale nie bez hlavu, ešte stále čas.
So she takes the first point and she gets the senchu. That's the tactic, isn't it? The strategy is to counterpunch.
Yes, he's waiting. I think the Slovakian is attacking from a little bit too far.
Sakiyama knows that Faznikova is a kicker, and she's either catching it straight away with the counter punch or closing it down so those kicks are ineffective. Video review request. Is it going to be successful? There's the punch with the left hand. High level punch. What do you think, Connor?
From this angle, it's hard to see, I think. Maybe it's the second punch.
But again, it's difficult from that angle. If it was the other side, you can see just you can see the pad has passed, the blue pad has passed the side of the face there. And that's what the video review is considering right here.
they're checking the second punch now.
You see the video review team. There are 6 screens that are being considered to look at, and there's the kick that's come up afterwards, the punch here. Now, whether it was good form though, Connor, because the arm was up really high, the elbow was really up.
It's quite close, it's quite close. But there was good hikate after. So.
Hikate being that the pullback. The red punch has gone past, the kick doesn't get in there, but the blue punch is the one that's being considered. It's interesting because it came in from a blocking position to the punch.
Yes, it was a good continuation, but I'm not sure if it'll be a point.
Or is it going to be 10 points? It certainly won't be 10 points. So maybe there's a technical issue with the video review process. Technology is wonderful when it works. When it goes wrong, it's good old pen and paper or something different. There's a point being given for that. So that's another score for Sakiyama.
Yeah.
Tsunagi.
Same counter. Yes, I think that was the tactic of the Japanese, was to wait for the counter.
Yeah. And Faznikova wasn't doing that early on in the bout. She was holding back. She knew that that was likely to be the case, and she's trying to get the range for the kick, and she just simply can't because Sakiyama's closing her down every time.
Great defense from Sakiyama. But it's not only defense, after attacks, and she's taking points. This, I think, the Slovakia needs to be thinking about as well, you know.
And what sort of things would you suggest? Kicks or high scores? But because when you said earlier, you try something, but if it isn't working, you have to try something different.
Yes. Now she only tried kicks. She didn't try any hand techniques in the last couple of seconds. And I think she got caught 3 times. Also, Sakiyama was really amazing.
Completely in control, wasn't she?
Yes.
All the way through.
No stress.
So back to the drawing board for Faznikova. The athletes are in Rabat again for the last of the Premier Leagues, the 2025 season. They could well meet each other once more in the pool, so they have to sit back to the drawing board and study for Faznikova, but onward and upward for Sakiyama. Counter punch was the collar.
Great timing, great timing. 5 times the same punch. It's great.
Do you rehearse these scenarios in your training?
Yes, every day, every day. We're doing reaction trainings almost every day, I think.
And when you talk about reaction training, is it solely on the mat or do you do anything else?
Usually it's just with karate trainings, but we also do physical trainings as well with some reaction techniques as well, you know.
But it's always sport specific.
Yes, sport specific. Yes.
Yakan of Turkey was in both Paris and Hangzhou. She took a bronze medal in Paris, no medals in Hangzhou. This is her journey through. 9 Yuko, no Wasari, but she did score a Nippon. Dronchanka of Poland, 20 years of age. both previous Premier Leagues, Paris and Hongkong, but didn't take any medals. Twice she's been a silver medalist in the Youth League. She's been a bronze medal in Karate1 A series, but she hasn't won any medals in the Karate1 Premier League. But today might be the day, Connor.
Yes, hopefully. I think she has a good chance. She beat the grand winner in the first match, I think, in the round robin, so I think she's on form.
Be quite interesting because of the height difference between the two. Dronchanka is quite tall compared to Yakan. That delay, you can see on the screen the flags of each of those, and that's where the referees are, the judges are testing the equipment to make sure that the signal between the scoreboard and their joysticks that they hold is indeed working. And every 1500ths of a second there's a signal bounces backwards and forwards from the scoreboard to the handheld joysticks to make sure the connection is correct. Dronchanka for Poland in red and Yakan for Turkey. She's been a world champion, also twice continental champion, so on paper Yakan is the more experienced of the two. But every day is a new day, as you said.
Yes. I think Tuba is an amazing fighter. Really experienced. I think it's also hard with this Polish girl, so she's really tall.
To be used that front hand and length, the reach. It's interesting to see how the experience of Yakan copes with this. Yakan, of course, has been an athlete who's been around for quite some time, and when you have someone new coming in to the division or up from the junior ranks.
Now I think Poland is waiting with the leg, pressuring and waiting for the leg. Or I'm not sure.
The hook kick or the roundhouse kick from blue. There's a kick to the body. And there's the score from Yakan. She knew it was a point. Looking over to the coach, but there is a up to 2-second delay from when the judges give a score. One, they give a score, and then up to 2 seconds for a second judge to agree. So that's why you get that slight delay. But that's a 2-point score, and it's gone in favour of Yakan. A video review for Yakan from the coach. And she's throwing in a roundhouse kick off the back leg. And there it goes in. Did it reach deep enough into the body, Connor, do you think?
I think it was a good target, but after, I think.
But she fell down. Now,
yes.
Did she fall down of her own volition, or was she pushed down? She just lost her balance, you think?
Yes, I think.
In which case it can't be a score?
I think maybe she lost the balance because of the leg.
Yeah.
Also, it was not great sanction.
So she's lost the card and no score.
Sağ sol yapıyorsun, sağ sol.
Yeah, that's another point. To get a bit of confidence having a couple of those points back. She tries that long hand, but Tuba Yakan goes low with the punch, catches her on the way in.
She's controlling the distance perfectly. She's not stressed about the leg.
Front hand, that was much better from Dronchanka. She's kind of moved away from the legs a little bit now.
Yes,
She's decided to use the reach advantage she has. Still got plenty of time though, hasn't she, Connor?
Yes. Needs to be careful there with the warnings.
Kaldır kolu. Kolu kaldır. Yanaş biraz kolu. Şimdi kaçma, çıkma dışarıya. Çıkma, dön. Bu tarafa gel.
Dronchanka putting Yakan under a little more pressure.
Böyle kalçan geride.
So, a warning for stepping off the mat. Jogan. 3 warnings now. Yakan has 3 yellow cards.
Hamle yaptığı anda sola kal. Hamle yaptığı anda sola gel, bana gel. Bana gel. Sola git. Geri çıkma, geri
30
çıkma.
seconds to go. Yakan, she has to be careful now because she stepped off the mat once more.
I think she's feeling the pressure from the Polish girl. She's really long.
Bir santim geriye gitmiyorsun. Alan kullan
She is
etrafında.
indeed, so she's on Hansakachui. She comes forward. That was better tactic from Yakan, wasn't it?
Smart.
Kafanı sakla aynı şekilde. Alan kullan şimdi.
A video review from the coach of Dronchanka. So top right hand screen as the attack comes in. There is also a front hand punch from
Kol yukarıda.
Dronchanka.
Kol yukarıda, kalçan geride. Kalçan ileride, kafan
If
geride.
it is
Ha, ön koluna para
acceptable, it could be a score because of the timing. Because both happened pretty
Pasif
much at the
alan
same
kullanıyorsun,
time.
pasif.
Front hand punch from Dronchanka as the reverse punch from Yakan comes in. So if Dronchanka is either first or at the same time, it could score if it's good enough technique. What are your thoughts, Connor?
Evet kızım.
So I think it went past the head.
Ona göre.
The target was not so good.
Zaman
It was off
öldürüyorsun.
target.
Yes.
Kolu yukarıda,
So
zaman
no
öldürüyorsun.
score,
Kolu
no
yukarıda.
card.
Yanaş, çok kaçma.
Into the last
Çıkma!
30
Çıkma!
seconds, 7
Evet!
seconds left. Yakan now screams out for another point. 2 of the judges agree.
Pasif alan kullan.
strong
Kol yukarıda,
attack
pasif
there.
alan kullan.
And Dronchanka rubbing her face. Aims for a high kick. Tries to get a high score. The hooking kick. Dronchanka is trying to force Yakan into an error by stepping off the mat. She's hoping, of course, that she would then get a disqualification. With 8 seconds still to go, Yakan is still in command, but she has to be careful she doesn't move back. She has to stay in range and still fight on. As the time ticks down to 0, Tuba Yakan takes the gold medal in the 3rd Karate1 Premier League here in Cairo, Egypt. I think I got ahead of myself there. She takes the bronze medal, not the gold medal. That's still to come. The gold medal performance, but it's a bronze medal round her neck.
It's an amazing performance. by her.
Well, Dronchanka can take heed from that. She did well. She wasn't experienced enough, perhaps, just yet. Just 20 years of age. She's got plenty of time, hasn't she, Connor?
She's still very young, and she's already here in the medal matches, so she has a bright future ahead of her.
We've got a treat coming up here with Goranova of Bulgaria. What a sensational athlete she is. Olympic gold medalist, current world silver medalist. Fantastic fighter. Up against Harada Akari of Japan. Now the signatory feeling for Harada Akari is she's always smiling, Connor. She's having a wonderful time.
That's the best feeling before a fight, is to be happy like this.
Absolutely.
She has every reason to be happy. She scored so many points in this competition.
Amazing, amazing ability. 5 hit points included in those points as well. But she's up against a tough cookie. Yvette Goranova of Bulgaria. Yvette Goranova. She, interestingly enough, Goranova has a folk dancing background.
Really?
Well, you wouldn't think it when she was on here doing her karate KUMITE now, would you?
No, definitely not. Maybe she will dance after she wins.
Well, she'll be dancing with the stars because that's what she was doing in Bulgaria. There's a program that she'd been involved with. Can she take a gold medal? We'll have to see in a few moments. 147 bouts Goranova has had as a senior, 74% win rate.
Yes. Born winner.
She is indeed. Harada Akari. She's not too fussed. She only had 22 bouts at the moment as a senior, 81% win rate.
She's still young, I think.
Just 21 years of age.
Yes.
Nothing to lose, all to gain. Can she take the scalp of an Olympic gold medalist and the current world silver medalist? Oh, that hooking kick came up from nowhere. What a fabulous start Harada is having. All 4 judges going for the score. 3 points, and she'll take the senchu. Watch the kick come up, hooked it right round. Tremendous knee lift.
Amazing. But like you said, she already had 5 in this tournament, so Yvette needs to be careful.
Up came the kick again from Harada. What do you think she's going to... She's obviously got to be careful of that, mindful of that kicking ability of Harada. But the experience of Goranova, you feel, Connor, to be able to get herself back in winning ways?
Like this, I think she's going to apply the pressure and then wait to counter when she comes with the hand techniques, like we just saw now.
Yeah.
Harada also took a point, so...
There's still 2/3 of the bout to go, mind.
It's just time.
Bravo. Bravo. Ne puštaj tu, ne puštaj, može dole. Ne puštaj. Ne puštaj. Dobre.
Always difficult, isn't it, when you're facing somebody who's just come into the division, you don't know much about, and then they surprise you in this way.
Yes, and Harada knows who Yvette is, so.
Of course, she would have studied her all the time.
Ajmo, slobodno. Tako, vezano. Vezano. Direktno u glavu.
Well, Harada is certainly not being phased by her formidable opposition here. Goranova coming close to the last minute of the bout. You have to try to overcome this. There's a counter punch from Harada. Goranova this time is successful with that point. Just trails by 2 points now. The Senchu still with Harada. Goranova's got to go for it though, hasn't she, Connor?
Yes. But she has the right tactic now. She's applying the pressure and waiting for the counter when the Japanese attacks with the hand techniques.
She started to think about going for a kicking score to get a higher score, but now she went back to just using the punches. 40 seconds still to go. Harada still leads by 2 points, and the Senchu. Harada is actually playing quite a clever tactic here, isn't she? She's a bit of a spoiler tactic.
Yeah, she seems under no stress at all. She's very confident in what she's doing now. But now I think that's a point.
That was a good point there from Goranova, who brings this differential now just 1 point between the two. She has the Senchu against her. But she can either score the points or force error in the last 15 seconds. We don't want to get there yet. We're at 20 seconds left. Goranova hunting down her next point, but falls into the trap of Harada. Looks back to the coach with a big smile.
She is under no stress at all.
She isn't, is she? She doesn't feel it.
She's enjoying it.
That just what she did there. 8 up 2 or 3 seconds. Precious time. 12 seconds still to go. Yvette Goranova in blue has to go for it. Now the Senchu disappears from the side of Harada. There's 2 points difference. Watch for Yvette Goranova. Into the last 10 seconds. She goes in for another point to the head. And there's a counter punch from Harada. Both going to get 1 point each. Still 9 seconds though, Connor. There's still time, isn't there?
Yes, definitely. Especially with Yvette.
Goranova has to go forward. She goes in once, goes in twice with those punches. Falls to the tatami. Desperately tries to put in a punch. More seconds eaten away from the tactics of Harada. 5 seconds still to go. Once again. This time she goes in for it. And there's a 3-point score for Yvette Goranova. And a video review from Harada's coach. But that 3-point score, what a sensational technique it was.
Amazing. 5 seconds is too long for Yvette.
There's a punch over the top. Goranova delivering that punch. Now, Goranova, what a clever tactician, what a clever fighter. And this demonstrates why she's an Olympic champion. Never got phased. Went down that first hip on, took her by surprise, no doubt about that at all. But how she clawed her way back into that, sensational, wasn't it, Connor?
Yes, definitely. She didn't let it get to her head or anything. She just kept going and taking point by point.
Tremendous. But I think there's a good demonstration there of how strategy and tactics play such an important role in competition nowadays, Connor.
Yes, exactly. You can't give up. Especially, I think now, since we've moved to the clicking system, there's much more points than before, you know. And all of the matches are like this: 7-5, 7-6.
Yeah, high-scoring points, aren't they? High-scoring matches. Before it used to be maybe 1 point in it, 1 or 2.